Right, am I nervous? I am a little bit nervous.
Welcome to Mid-Bike Crisis. Welcome to Mid-Bike Crisis.
Right, got to the end of the heat shield, got that on. Had to take the airbox completely off again, which was a bit of a pain in the bum. Got the air filter in. And just attach this cover. And then we can put the battery on and get it fired up. Hopefully it starts. But we never know with these things, do we? Who knows? What a beautiful, beautiful thing. Right, we're going to connect the battery back up. We're going to prime it with some fuel, get the oil in it and give it a blast. And same, when you're taking the battery off, take off the negative first, you do it in reverse. And I have got this plug here, I'm not sure what that's for. There should be something plugged into that. We'll find out, I'm sure, when we turn it on. We've got a light on the speedo there, light flashed up. That's a positive sign. Get me a little pun there, positive connection, positive sign, right. That's the battery connected. Let's connect the, I think this is for the rear light. Might be wrong, but I think it is. Right. Let's have a little switch on, see if we've got power. We've got power. Fuel pump. That's good. Right, let's have a little, let's have a check of the lights and all the other bits. Right, we've got front and rear indicators. Right hand side isn't working. So we'll have to dig a bit deeper. Right, we're going to fill up with coolant and then oil. And we're going to try and crank over the bike. It's coolant ready to use. Right, I've got the Pro Honda coolant. So that's pre-mixed, ready to chuck in the bike. And I think it takes 3 litres, I think. I'll have to double check. I will check the manual, but I'm just going to get some in and I'm sure it's 3.1 litres. Just had a bit of a spillage. We've got about 2.5 litres in there at the moment. I'll keep going actually, I'll put a bit more in. Right, that's coolant in, probably got about 2.5 litres. I'll top it up in a bit. I'll get the engine oil in now. Right, what oil have we gone with? I can't remember what we bought. Shell Advance 1040. So that's meant to be a really good oil. And I believe it takes 4 litres from dry. How much have we got in here? 4 litres. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous about starting the bike. Obviously, you just want everything to work and you don't want any problems. So, time to crank it over. Right, before we start and we're cranking the engine over, let's just double check we've done everything. I have got a new end can. I've got a Pipeworks end can for the bike in black. But I'm just going to put the original can on just while I start it over. But I want to make sure all the bike's all hunky-dory. Get this rear indicator issue sorted before I put on the new end can. Right. Right, am I nervous? I am a little bit nervous. It's been about 4 or 5 months. No, actually, I tell a lie, 5 or 6 months in the making. Getting the bike back to where it should be. I am a little bit nervous starting it. Any work like gearbox work, it's always in the back of your mind. Have you done it right? Have you done it right? But there's one way to find out. Let's give it a crank. Power on. Fuel pump. What was that? Is it like a... That relay's loud. Well, it's cranking over, that's one good thing. So I'll tell you what I want to do. I'll put some fuel in. There is fuel in it, but I'm not sure how much. Anyway, I was pleased it was cranking. It sounded all right. Right, let's have another 10 on. It sounded a bit different. Right, needs some extra juice, doesn't it? Battery was showing full power. Right, I'm going to take a battery off another bike and give it a go. Right, back in a minute. Battery was dead, just not holding enough charge. It was cranking over, but just not firing, so I put more fuel in. So there's a couple of litres of fuel in the tank now. I've got the battery off the XJR, so I know that's good and powered. I'm nervous. I am nervous. I have noticed there's a little leak on the thermostat, so that's something I'll have to sort out before I put all the fairings back on. But let's give it a go. Oh, I'm nervous. I am nervous. Why am I nervous? I'm nervous because it's taken quite a long time to fix this, and obviously I don't want it to blow up or anything. Right, shall we turn it over? What do we think? Let's give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? Clutch in. Here we go. Battery went on the GoPro. So let's get back to the. I am nervous. It was cranking over a little bit then, and everything sounded okay. I've definitely noticed a little bit of a drip out the thermostat, so that'll need a new gasket or something's not right there. I'm not worried about that. Right, let's have a go. Shall we start it up? I am nervous. It's been 6 months rebuilding this Honda CBR954, one of the best Fireblades ever made, a 2002, in the most gorgeous colour red. I'm going for it. Let's start it up. First time ever. I've replaced the gearbox completely. Fingers crossed, everybody. Well, it's cranking over. I can smell fuel, I think. I'm going to bang a little bit more oil in. That's circulated round now. It did say 4 litres. A bit more oil, just to be safe. And we need a spark. We're not getting a spark. I think it's fuel because it's been completely drained. Right, let's have one more go. I'll turn it off and back on again, prime the pump. It's definitely working. Don't want to flood it. Right, definitely no fuel getting to the... No fuel getting somewhere. What is going on? Let me have a think. Let me have a think. Right, that's all connected up correctly. There's fuel still in there. Right, plot thickens. What are we thinking? Take the tank up and see if there's something obvious. It was cranking over a little bit then, and everything sounded okay. I've definitely noticed a little bit of a drip out the thermostat, so that'll need a new gasket or something's not right there. I'm not worried about that. Right, let's have a go. Shall we start it up? I am nervous. It's been 6 months rebuilding this Honda CBR954, one of the best Fireblades ever made, a 2002, in the most gorgeous colour red. I'm going for it. Let's start it up. First time ever. I've replaced the gearbox completely. Fingers crossed, everybody. Right, I'm going to take the inlet pipe to the fuel injector side and see see if there's any fuel coming through. Oh yeah, there's definitely fuel there. Just got sprayed with a bit of fuel. So that's good. We've got fuel in there. That's a good thing. Right, that was a good thing. Not a good thing getting sprayed with fuel, but a good thing with fuel in there. Right, so let me think. Can't think actually. We've got fuel going in. Ooh, we started. Try again. I think it's fuel pressure. Got quite a lot of fuel in there. I think it's fuel. I put quite a lot of fuel in there, but it's fuel. Right, let's get some more juice in it. It started. I'm well happy with that. Right, I'm gonna take the inlet pipe to the fuel injector side and see if there's any fuel coming through. Oh yeah, there's definitely fuel there. Just got sprayed with a bit of fuel. So that's good. We've got fuel in there. That's a good thing. Right, that was a good thing. Not a good thing getting sprayed with fuel, but a good thing with fuel in there. Right, so let me think. Can't think actually. We've got fuel going in. Ooh, we started. Try again. I think it's fuel pressure. Got quite a lot of fuel in there. I think it's fuel. I put quite a lot of fuel in there, but it's fuel. Right, let's get some more juice in it. It started. I'm well happy with that. There's a bit of smoke coming off. I think it's just various bits of oil, etc. from when I've been on the tools. Right, I'm going to put some more fuel in, and then we're going to have a look at that leaking fuel. Sorry, not fuel, leaking thermostat. So I'm convinced it's just a bit of lack of fuel pressure. Not enough fuel in the tank, and it's obviously been drained. So I had to prime all the fuel system again. So that's had a gallon there, I think, in total. Try again with the fuel tank down. Right, we're on, we're working. Bike does cut out when I drop the tank, so I think there's a hose that's been crimped or nipped a little bit, so I'll have to investigate that tomorrow. But I've had a little go up and down the drive, goes through all the gears. Happy days, we're on. Fireblade 954 rebuild is nearly complete. Just got a little water leak from the thermostat down here, so I'm going to have a look at that later on in the week. I think it's just a gasket inside. It probably needs replacing, or it's worn. But I'm really happy. This has been 5-6 months of hard labour. Well, not hard labour, but you know what I mean. It's been a bit of a labour of love. So I'm going to figure out what's causing the engine to stop when that's down. Sort the coolant leak. It's only a drip, but it wants sorting. Check all the torque settings. Right indicator is a bit intermittent. It's on now, so I think there'll be a dirty connection somewhere. Left indicator works. Everything's working, so I'm really happy. I'll just give it one more start because I ain't had this bike for 6 months. Right, so far, we're not stalling with the tank down. I think it was just trying to get all the fuel through. But yeah, that's it. Sounds sweet as a nut. So, like I say, tomorrow or the day after, I'm going to recheck everything, sort that right indicator out, sort the leak, get the fairings on, put the new Pipeworks black end can on. I mean, the bike is completely standard, but I just want a little bit more growl. My friend's got a 954 and he's got a different aftermarket end can. It wakes the bike up a little, in my opinion. Standard looks good, but I'm just after a little bit more va-va-voom. But for now, I'm really happy. Today was going a bit south, to be honest, at certain points, and I thought, oh my God, what am I doing? But so far, so good. I'm really happy. Thanks for watching, and I'm glad it started, and I'm glad the gear's engaged. A little bit of tweaking with the clutch, but all good, and I'm buzzing. Thanks very much for watching. See you all soon.